him?
Look at the tank! It's Richter's number!
This is the one. The Schwiniak who drove us from the motherland.
Papa, I thought you'd be happier.
Who says I'm not?
They'll give you a promotion for this!
They'll give us all promotion for this.
I didn't want the promotion. Not this way, anyhow.
Copy that, Dix. Sarge.
Let's keep it Dix, okay?
You got it, Sarge.
I thought the French had already cleared this area.
Yeah, and a piss-poor job they did of it, too. The forest is still lousy with mines and barricades. 2nd Battalion can't move in till it's clear.
Wouldn't that be more of a job for the engineers?
Damn right. But the boys battalion sent in haven't been heard from in 2 days. Take 2 men and flank our advance. We're headed up that way.
Hey guys, welcome back. It's Gene from MGZ Gaming. So, I know I'm really slow and bad on these uploads, but you know,
Slow and quiet,
working
guys.
full-time job, doing what I do, it's kind of hard to come in and find time to really do this kind of stuff. And since I'm not doing live gameplay no more on these, and I'm just doing like commentary talk over, you know, then I also got to find stuff to talk about. So, you know, I know I talked on the one video about me of how I should have been dead and how I almost died. And if anyone who's new here or didn't see that video, you can just look that up. It should be the video right before this one about how I should be dead. But so I mean, kind of an update on that. I've been doing a little better. I've been doing, well, actually, I guess a lot better. My blood sugars and everything, they've been running about normal. My fasting blood sugar, that's usually the one when you wake up, has been pretty high. Still, it's in the 200s. During the afternoon, they've been getting down to like 100. Lowest I've seen them so far has been 90 and 88. Has been my 2 lowest blood sugars. So, you know, they're still, when they're in the 100 and 130s and whatnot, they're still a little high. My fasting in the morning is, you know, still pretty high. But I've just been trying to get a little bit back on track and everything, doing what I do with work and everything. But I go back to the doctor this week. They're actually going to put me on an insulin pump. So anyone who's curious on those, yeah, I wasn't a really big fan about it. I kept that a big secret from my family for a while. I was like, okay, I'm going to get this pump. I mean, well, I went into the doctor. That was the other thing. I went in, they were trying to sell me on it, and I just had a steady mindset of no, 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 no. It was a lot of fears I had with it. Because at first, I actually thought I was going to have a needle under my skin 24/7. Which ended up being, that's not the case of what's actually inside you when you put the thing on that you change out every 3 days. But I think this pump's going to actually help a lot better. It'll be stabilizing me a little more. I mean, so there's a lot of good things with the pump, I think. I mean, I guess whatever, they sold me on it. But, so I'll be starting that here. I go into the doctor. I already got my pump. It came in the mail the other day. But I go in on the doctor, and they're going to give me a little class and education on it. But, yeah, when I went in with it, and they were originally talking with my concerns and questions, I felt bad for that poor lady. I must have kept her in that room with me for 2 hours. Because I'm a corrections officer for my job. And then I work part-time as a sub in a school and a cafeteria. So, you know, I mean, not really so much when I'm working as a substitute for a school am I going to have a problem with it. But, you know, it's the job thing. And, you know, it was always the question of, like, I sit there and I say, well, what if this happens? What if I get into a fight at work? And, you know, and I get all these issues and problems with it. But, you know, they tell you, oh, well, you know, so many pro ball players have them, baseball players. They were telling me, like, 30 baseball players that had the pump. And my response to them was, well, that's fine. They don't actually got to fight at their job. I mean, you know, once in a while you see ball players go onto the field and have a fight, but in general, though, you don't. Not much anymore as like you used to back in the day. But I told them, I was like, you know, if someone gets it, I was like, how durable are these? Because if someone gets their hands on my pump, if it falls off or something, first thing they're going to do is throw it against the wall. Now, at my job, because I've been there 10 years, I've kind of gotten to the the point where I go into work. I put my time in, so I work kind of like a desk job there. So, I mean, being there so long, you put your time in, you kind of get the gravy job after a while. So, you know, a lot of people, they don't like the desk job, and I don't normally either. I like to be more active, but things have changed over the years so bad at that job that I think it's just better for me to be sitting in a desk anyways instead of being out doing whatever and interacting with people. Things have changed, but there's still the times where I still got to come out and I still got to deal with stuff, or if a special kind of fight or something happens, I'm the one who's got to respond as well. So, you know, it's just kind of what I do. And they were assuring me, well, you know, you can take it off for like an hour, whatever, and you could leave it off. So there was a lot of talk. It was just, you know, I'm not going to bore everybody with the whole thing, but that's been kind of my update on it. I'll be going on to that, and hopefully I can get my fasting sugars down. So, you know, some days I wake up, I'm feeling pretty good. Other days, I mean, because my body's been high so many years that now that I've been coming down, it's been making me feel a little sick. So, you know, my body's trying to readjust. So instead of talking about that, now I guess we'll talk back to some gaming. We'll get back into the normal routine of what we do. I will try to post as much as I can, but you know, it's one of those things doing these little voiceovers. I think the only game I'm really doing, I started doing this game live, but now that I upgrade it to Windows 10, some of my microphone stuff's disappeared. So it's like, instead of even searching with it, I'm not really so much worried about it, because the only game I'm still doing live commentary on is like the Walking Dead game. And to the guy who bought me the Season 2 of that, I'm sorry, man, that I haven't got to play it if you're watching this. But I promise you I will play the video game eventually, and I will upload it. I'm really sorry for that. I mean, it was awesome that, you know, someone bought me the game and they wanted to see me play it. But I will get to it as soon as I can. Things have just been crazy. But since I haven't really talked to anybody in a while, because I looked, like, from the time I uploaded my last video, it said it was like 4 months since I uploaded. So how was everybody's holidays and Christmas? I mean, I know that just happened. I know I got my my birthday's coming up this week. It's on February 3rd, so you guys get me something nice. So, I mean, I'll be 33. So, you know, the holidays and everything going on, it's just been crazy. So, I know for Christmas, I got, actually, my sister got me a PS4 eye camera, what was good for live streaming and doing whatnot. Now, I still might end up returning it and getting the game, because at the time I didn't have internet. Times were a little tough right there and everything going on, so it wasn't really looking like I was going to be internet back so soon. So I returned the eye camera, and on PS3 they had a deal. And let me tell you about this crap. They had Call of Duty Black Ops 3. So I was like, right on, cool. So I'll get that. Well, got it, and what it tells me is that it's just for the PS3, the only thing that it was is the online multiplayer and the zombies. Didn't notice that until I got it home, that there was no actual, I mean, it was cheaper than Black Ops 3. So I figured, you know, I was like, wow, maybe it's because it's for PS3, it's so cheap. No, there's no campaign mode. I'm not so much on playing the multiplayers. You know, I will against bots, or I will on Modern Warfare 3. But really, though, I like to play the campaign and all the other stuff. And zombies is fun if you're one of those that are really good at it. I'm not. I'm not one of those guys that can go to around 100 and do all the Easter eggs. I'll get on, I'll play it, and I'll do a little bit. I think the highest round I ever survived on zombies was on Black Ops 2 Nuketown. I survived a wave 27, I think. So yeah, I'm not really that good on it. I know people do their running circle strategy and all that, and I love to watch people play zombies. I love it. But I'm not the greatest at it. So I got the campaign, which is cool, or not the campaign, but I got the multiplayer, which is cool. I get to play the bots. So, but you know, it's one of those games that was just kind of like, oh, you know, should have kept the camera. But then I also was able to get Star Wars Battlefront, so that was a pretty fun game. A little disappointed in that game though. I know everybody loves that game. They were all hyped about it. I really thought there would have been some kind of campaign mode on there. I was really kind of disappointed that, I mean, it had its little missions and its things you could do, but then after that, it was after you play the thing, it was just kind of, it was done. I mean, it's still fun. I like to get on, you know, and it's like, again, it's like I can play like almost a multiplayer map, but I can play it against bots, so I don't actually have to get online and play it and listen to how little 5-year-olds rape my mother, you know. So that's the thing I don't like getting online, hearing how every little 5-year-old rapes your mother. You know, it's, I just stay away from the online most of the time. But yeah, it was Star Wars Battlefront was fun. It is a good game. It's a great game. I just wish there would have been some kind of campaign. But besides that, it was a great game. No complaints besides that. There should have been a little more to it. But Dying Light, February 9th, is coming out with a new map. I can't wait for that. It's going to be one of those I'm not going to get it right on the 9th. It's going to be one of those where I'm going to wait until the end of the month, probably when I get my taxes. And if after bills and I do whatnot, if I have anything left, I might spoil myself and get that add-on for the new Dying Light map. I watched a channel now. I know a lot of people hate big YouTube channels because, you know, they don't care about nobody but themselves. You know, you hear that all the time. What is everybody's favorite big YouTuber? Or someone who's bigger? You know, everyone, even if you say how much you hate them, somebody's always got that one channel where they like to watch. I'll be honest, mine is actually Next Gen Tactic. When I originally started watching YouTube gaming videos, I mean, I watched YouTube way back in the day when they had the guy who did like the evolution of dance and stuff, and you saw mostly it was people, there wasn't no gameplay and stuff. I'll tell you what, I used to watch Next Gen Tactic back since when they were playing like Modern Warfare 2, and it was a lot of people on there. Like, it had Meat Wagon 22, Guns for Hire, and but they've kind of, you know, since they've started their channel, which, you know, I found they had a channel. I was like, oh wow, these guys still have their own channel. Bentley even had a channel, was another guy on there, but Bentley don't do too much no more. And it's like, oh, okay. And then like Guns and Meat Wagon, they do their You Always Win. So I actually went on to watch it. I was like, okay, well, I see these guys did a lot of Minecraft, and now they've been doing some Call of Duty Zombies. Which was kind of disappointing on it is how these guys kind of act like they're 5 years old now, and they call themselves Dumb and Dumber, but they, you know, I guess they're being a kid-friendly page. So I mean, if you know, and I get your point because YouTube's full with a lot of kids, but it just doesn't seem the same how it used to be. But you know, it's working for them. They got a bunch of subs, they're making money, so it works for them. You know, it is what it is. But yeah, I used to, all the time though, I used to watch Next Gen Tactic videos, and I was like, oh, okay. I think the reason how I found their videos, because I was collecting all the intel in Modern Warfare 2, and I was searching a video and it came up to them. So, you know, there was I still watch them. I still get on, I watch the custom zombie maps. But when it comes to games I can play, like this, I can just go out and buy it. I don't really so much watch the videos of this no more. I like to just kind of watch the custom zombie maps because I have a big respect for people who build maps and they put them on there. I mean, some of the maps I've seen them play and some people play are just, wow, it's amazing the creativity people can do and the stuff that they can do. I mean, I saw that they've had like SpongeBob maps and just all crazy maps, and like even the characters that were coming out were SpongeBob characters. It was pretty neat to look at. But yeah, so I mean, as for the games, you know, I'm still rocking with my PS3. I love still playing my PS3, and it just kind of sucks now that all the new games are coming out. You're not going to be able to buy much of anything with PS3. And I mean, the good thing is though, I can still record and live stream and whatnot from my PS4. But it kind of makes it with like my Roxio and whatnot kind of pointless, because supposedly I can go hook it up. I tried a long time ago, it didn't work. But they did an update, so it supposedly works now. But it's just no point, because if I wanted to do a highlight of something I saw, like I did with a Dying Light video where Tolga and Fatine's final mission, which that video I posted was probably my most viewed video so far. It's got like almost 1,000 views. So that's been like my best viewed video, and I've gotten a lot of compliments, like 20 something likes and like 1 dislike. But it was you know, like with that though, I found something that was different and it was no one found. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna just put this video up, because I knew, I was like, man, this video is gonna get me some views on this, and I was right about that. So because I searched for it and no one could ever find it. But I went on Twitch. I logged on Twitch real quick. I recorded enough just to get my clip, and then I was done. I mean, Twitch, when you try to process it back to YouTube, it don't look as pretty as if you're using the recording device. But, to be all honest though, you can look at my recording here of the Roxio HD. It don't look that pretty anyways. I mean, because when you're recording with Xbox 360 or something, it looks pretty, because you're actually using the HD. But with the PS3, you had to use the AV cables, which is why your top quality of this ain't the best. So, you know, that's why anyone who decides like they want to start recording, if you're just maybe thinking about, like, if you're not someone recording already and you're like, you know, I want to get something, I'm going to start recording, stay away from the Roxio product. Because I'll tell you what, their customer support sucks. I sat there and because I had a lot of problems with live streaming and everything, and it pissed me off. And that's why if I live stream, everything's going to be from PS4. I'll never try to live stream from this again on PS3. I would love to. I'd love to go on there and play some old games, stuff people ain't playing no more. But it looked like when I hit live stream, everything looked good. But then it went from that to whenever I started running in the game or moving, it just looked like shit. So it was, yeah, stay away from that. If anyone wants the game, the Elgato or something like that, I mean, I did get I got another game capture card a long time ago. It was a Hauppauge Gaming Edition. I was so excited to get that. I was like, oh my god, this is awesome. I plugged it up. It recorded 1 gameplay. It was just enough, and it looked clear too, and it was on my other channel. And it was something from Black Ops 2. It looked good. Clear picture. It was real nice. But then after that, it just stopped working. And their Hauppauge's customer service wasn't much help either. Because when I emailed them about it, they just gave me a couple questions, and then I answered them, and then they gave me a couple of solutions which were wrong. And then their suggestion was just return it and get your money back. That's awesome. So, yeah, but I mean, I think like Elgato or something. I mean, if you are someone who records, what do you guys use? I mean, I've seen a lot of new things out there, which I mentioned. I think that if I have enough money with my tax money, I think I might get something better than this Roxio. Because with the Roxio as well, like you can go on the Elgato site and all of them, and you can download the software for free. You can get the software, but with the Roxio, you got to install a disc, and then not only with the disc, you got to enter a code. And that's fine and dandy, but the problem is, you lose that disc or you break that disc, and you lose that code, your software is gone. So I mean, I got my software disc in the code, like in a holy grail, tucked away in a drawer, all nice and packed away clean. So I mean, that's where all those other companies did good, where they made it so it was available to download straight from their website. Yeah, Roxio not so much, because yeah, one time I actually, when I moved about a year or so back, I lost my disc for a little bit, and I was getting a new computer and I couldn't find it, and I was asking them about what do I do to recover, to get something, you know, and I already have the game capture. It was sounding like they were pretty much telling me I had to buy a new Roxio. Well, I'm sorry, I'm not paying almost 200 bucks for a recording device where I already have it, you know, and I just bought it. So, now, I mean, luckily I found it. It was in a bunch of stuff. I just had to unpack and look around. But yeah, I think that's going to be my goal. If there's money left after bills, I got to get that all caught up. I got all those medical bills. But I'm hoping, from what I'm looking at, I might be able to get the add-on to a game and maybe that. I don't know. No, I might not even mess with it. I mean, because I'm just doing PS3 and I'm doing PS4. So, PS3, I think the best deal with me, since it's so hard for me to sync the audio clip to the games, I think the best bet with the PS3, I'm just going to do talkovers. Now, when I'm playing the PS4, because I can do it right from Twitch and then throw it from Twitch to YouTube, I'll probably continue to do those live. But still not 100% sure how I'm doing yet, or what I'm doing, because I'm so behind on games. I mean, I know I just kind of play to have fun. But anyone who's actually wanting to get new subs and views, you know, I'll tell you the best bet. Save your pennies. Buy the new game that's hot and what's coming out. Like how when Black Ops 3 was out, be in line that night to get it. All the new games. I think, you know, but the thing was, I wasn't too excited about it. Wasn't really caring for that game. The game I will be in line for when it comes out, I'm not even sure when the release date is, but I know it's coming out, is the South Park Stick of Truth Part 2. Will be coming out for PS4. That will be the game I'll be in line to get. And as soon as it's out, I will be live streaming that one right away. And it will be up on my page quick. That'll probably be the quickest game you ever see go up on my page. Because that game, I'll probably end up playing it and finishing it. I mean, unless it's hard as hell. But I doubt, because South Park ain't really known for having hard games. Unless you're talking about on the N64. The South Park game on there, I still have the codes, the cheat codes to it. I think the main cheat code was Bobby Bird. Yeah, but that game, I played it all the time, but it was so hard that I had to use cheat codes. But then, you know, you had your easy South Park games. There was like Chef's Love Shack, what was like a talk show game, which was actually pretty fun. Played that with my sister all the time. And then they had a South Park, it was like a Mario Kart, but it was South Park Racing Kart. I have all those old games too, but yeah, that's what I would like to get. I would like to be able to get some recording software to record some of my old N64. I wouldn't even know how to set that up or do that though, but those were the games that were fun. I think my favorite game ever was James Bond GoldenEye on N64. There was two James Bond. There was GoldenEye and then there was another one.
Almost in position.
But they were both first-person shooter games. The first one was awesome. It wasn't too hard. You know, you just ran on the bridge, you killed the guy at the end. It was, you know, it was fun. And then there was cheat codes after you unlocked certain things. The other James Bond was kind of hard. It was a little more hard, but I was able to get through it and beat it. And then there was cheat codes you can enter. So I mean, cheat codes were always fun. I miss the day of the games, which a lot of you kids don't even know these now. I mean, if you're from the newer generation of games, you're missing out of the cheats. Games back in the day. I mean, your guys' definition of cheating is doing hacks and stuff like that, or glitching through a map and where no one can get you. But back in our day, we used to have on our game system where you can enter a cheat code in, and it would give you like infinite lives, and you know, some of the cheat codes were really good, and then other ones, they weren't so much, but they helped you just enough to get back to the level. And that was when cheat codes, man, they were crazy. Like, you had to enter like a 20-digit code that was all like numbers and letters, and they didn't make sense. And it wasn't words, it was just random crap, and it took you like, the time you entered the cheat code, you probably could have played the game and got there. But, but I'm going to try again, guys. I'm not going to try to let 4 months pass me by. But like I said, I didn't upload for that 4 months because I was sick. Just had a lot of stuff going on, and I didn't have internet. And I mean, I always could recorded it, took it to my mother's house or something and used her Wi-Fi, and then uploaded it to YouTube. But that was just too much work. I wasn't really wanting to mess with it. And I wanted while I was out the whole time, I wanted to do a whole recording and have a bunch of stuff to go up. But, you know, it's hard when you're just sitting there at home all day just to find things to talk about random. So, I'm hoping, guys, I can do a little better for you. I'm gonna try to be a little more active. I know I've been trying to be more active on watching people's videos. And I'm not talking about fast clicks and fast likes, where you just, oh, someone posted a video, let me hit like, okay, go to the next one. I'm trying to actually sit and watch videos, but that's hard when I got friends who, some upload like 3 videos a day. So to the ones who are my friends on here, I'm sorry guys. I'm trying to catch up on some of your videos, but there's a lot I couldn't. I mean, I had videos from, like I said, the 4 months ago still on there. So I just had to delete the inbox, start over, and now I've still can't really sit down and watch because doing the whole diet thing and doing all this crap. And yeah, it was the thing. I went to the doctor again the other day. I don't know if I don't think I talked about this one from the last video, but now they're telling me I gotta lose 5 pounds because when I went into the hospital, I was originally, the lowest weight I've weighed recently was 220, but then when I started getting sick, I put on a few pounds and I got to like 230. Well, that whole week I was in the hospital and got out, and then the other week when I've been at home just kind of bed resting, I went back to the doctor and I was like 246, so I gained some weight. And I'm like, oh man, this sucks. And they were like, well, you gotta lose 5 pounds. So now I gotta try to figure out time to get up and motivate it. And I'm not a fan of the cold, so I gotta try to find some kind of gym to go to. I used to actually, back in the day in high school, I used to be an avid power lifter. I used to lift all the time. I used to be able to bench press a lot. Yeah, I couldn't do that if I wanted to anymore. So I haven't lifted in years. I used to be really into lifting in sports. Like I said, I used to do competitions and stuff back in high school. Now I couldn't even get close. It would just be a laugh to watch me lift now. I probably couldn't lift nowhere near what I used to be able to bench. I think back in the day I maxed at like 300 pounds in bench. And now I could probably lift the bar and that'd be it. So, but I thank you guys for watching. I'm going to try to get more videos up soon, so see ya.